Hey guys, welcome back to Groundhog's Garage. My name is Jim. We are working on our Trailblazer and it's rocking a little bit. Let me show you. I don't know if that shows up on the camera, so what I'm going to do is put you right on the engine. And now I'm pretty sure you can see how much it's rocking. So it's got a miss, and before I do any troubleshooting, why don't you go down in the comment section, all you master mechanics, and let me know what you think it is, and I will give you a hint. It's probably not the spark plugs because it has NGK iridiums in them, and they're not that old. I want to show you, if you don't do this already, you should. You need one of these infrared temperature things. Now this is a fancy one, but I bought it used off of eBay, and I think I paid 30 bucks, maybe 35 bucks. But you can get these at Harbor Freight for 20 bucks maybe. And these are invaluable. For one thing, if you have a caliper and one of your wheels is vibrating while you're putting the brake on, and one of your calipers is seizing, this thing is the bomb, because you can go around and measure all your rotors and one of them will not be like the others. And if you were a good student of your the Highland magazine or Highlander magazine when we were kids, when you had to pick 6 pictures and one was not like the other, or if you go to the dentist office when you're bored, you pick up that magazine and you're still doing it, you get one of these and you can just go around and go boop, boop, hit all 4, and one will definitely not be like the others. And it's so easy to troubleshoot a bad caliper. But anyway, back to the engine. Let me show you what goes on here. I am going to just measure an exhaust port here. And it's hard to do because it's got that shield on it. But here's one. Let's see, can you see that? It says 258. And then there's another one. Get it where it needs to be. It's about 236. There we're 247. Now the very front one here, and 180. So I'm going to guess I have a coil problem with the very first one here. So just based on the temperature readings from the output of the exhaust manifold from that port, 170, the other two 254, obviously there's a difference. I'm 99% sure it's not going to be the spark plug. It is possible, I guess, that the valve cover gasket could be leaking and maybe it oil saturated the coil. Maybe. But this engine has about the whole truck has about 170,000 miles on it. So I'm not going to swap coils and do all that kind of stuff because I do have the temperature. I know the spark plugs are new, or they can't have 10,000 miles on them. So I'm going to just buy a coil or two, maybe 2, and just replace the coil and go from there. Now I'm not doing all of them because I replaced one in the back when I did the spark plugs, and so I have 5 more. So I'm going to replace maybe 1, maybe 2, and we'll go from there. So tomorrow, this is it's later in the evening. Tomorrow morning I have to run up to Summit Racing and get some coils. Alrighty, it's the next day. I'm back from Summit Racing. There is the coil number that I got for my particular Trailblazer. You'll want to look because it looks like mine is an LS, and it looks like the more upscale models have a different coil. Whether it matters, I don't know. And of course mine was a couple dollars more, but it's a Delphi, and We're going to put it in. Got to take the air box off, and just going to speed up the video now. Alright, we got the air box off, and there's only two 10mm screws, and you loosen the hose clamps for the throttle body and for the intake hose, and it pops out. No big deal there. This is the one that I've diagnosed that is bad with the temperature gun. So what I'm going to do, without even trying, I'm going to take this one out, and then I'm going to put the new one back here. So I don't know, is that number 5 maybe? And move the number 5 up here. Only because I've already got a new one in the back. I'm going to put the next new one, next spot up. That way all the older ones are up front. And this one's a pain. They got this wire harness cover here. You got to remove that, or move it, so you can get to the bolt for the spark plug coil. Got to take out the little recliner clip so you can get the plug off. There's one. Dang it. Invaluable tool number 1. Invaluable tool number 2. Any other time that thing would fall out. Oh man, I swear. That one didn't want to come out. You see that? And here's the grease I'm going to put in the boot, keep it from sticking to the plugs in there. These are no different than if you had coil wires, so make sure you grease your boots. Okay, I've got the new coil in the number 5 position, and like I said, I'm putting the new coils from the back front so that all the older ones are up front. And once I get this one out, I'm going to take the one that was in number 5 and put it in here once I get it out. It's not being very cooperative. Come on, there we go. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to temporarily set the air box in here so that the mass flow sensor gets, or the map gets air. And let's see what happens. Place your bets. Was that it, or wasn't it? If not, that coil's still good, and we'll move it to one of the other ones. I can't tell. It's still missing, but I don't think it's as bad as it was before. Oh, you know what? I don't have this hooked up here. Now let's try it.
Missed it by that much.
Well, the plug is dry. I'm going to pull out, the plug is dry in the first position. I'm going to pull out the next three and see what they look like. There she is. That one is a little moist. So let's take out the, let's put that back in. Okay, so I took the coil I took out of here and put it in here because this is where the wet spark plug was. I'm not going to tighten these down all the way in case I got to take it off again. I'll tighten this one up because it's in the way. Where's my impact gun at? So let's put this back in here. Put all the hoses on. All right, let's see what happens. There we go. That's the engine I know and love. So my little trick with the Milwaukee didn't work. And I think maybe it's only because I can't get a good shot because the shield is over the exhaust manifold. So anyway, I'm going to put this back together now. So hold on, I'll be right back with you. It's all back together. We did fix it. Wasn't the exact coil I thought it would be, but we narrowed it down. We put a new coil in it. It's running great now. Get in there and look at your spark plugs, and if one's wet, that's probably the coil that's not working. I wish that I've done that before with the thermal gun, and it has worked that way. Of course, I've had a better shot at the exhaust manifold too, so that's a factor. It's back together, it's running again like it should. It's always been a smooth running engine. It's got almost 170,000 miles on it. You know, I've always used Mobil 1 or AMSOIL or something like that, and could drive this to Florida and back and it wouldn't burn a noticeable amount of oil. If you like what you saw, you know, you can learn something even from somebody else's mistakes, right? But go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Love to see you back. All right, have a great day.